Come with me, and you'll be in a world of wilder imitations. Hey everybody, it's Keith here, and welcome to Your Calvinist Reviews, the 2023 Wonka movie. Now, I want to say from the outset, this is going to be a spoiler-free review. I am going to be talking about the movie, but I'm going to do my best to not give away any plot points. If you haven't seen the movie, this will still be something you should be able to enjoy. Now, before I go further, please hit the thumbs up button if you enjoy this video, and if you don't, be sure to hit the thumbs down button twice. Also, subscribing to the channel really helps us out, so go ahead and do that as well. So right away, I want to say I went into this movie without a whole lot of information about what to expect. I only saw one trailer, and I sort of intentionally didn't want to know what the movie was about. I wanted to kind of go in knowing that it was about, obviously, Willy Wonka, and I've seen both of the previous movies, and I'm a huge fan of the Gene Wilder movie, the 1972 Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I even have a poster on my wall of that version of Willy Wonka. I really didn't connect well with the Johnny Depp version. I know there are some people who really think that's the better version. And from what I have seen online, the Johnny Depp version does stay more faithful to the Roald Dahl books, or the I say it wrong, the Roald Dahl, Roald Dahl. The guy who wrote the book, apparently Johnny Depp's version is more faithful to the book. But I'm a fan of Wilder. He is Willy Wonka as far as I'm concerned. And so when I went into the movie, I was hoping that this particular film would be a prequel, as we know it is a prequel, would be a prequel more to that version of the character. And to be honest with you, if that's what you're hoping for, you're not going to be disappointed. The style and the look of the characters are an obvious homage to the Wilder version of this character. The story is well told, and I think it has good pacing. It has a lot of interesting aspects that I thought were fun and I really didn't expect in this film, including the introduction of a heist portion, which that's not really giving anything away. You'll kind of see that from the beginning as you're watching the film. You'll kind of see that coming, but even though you see it coming, it's still a lot of fun. The actors did a great job. Timothy Chalamet was charming and whimsical, and very much you could believe him as a young Gene Wilder. I liked how they made him a chocolatier and magician. That was something that I thought played well with the character's backstory and giving the idea of how he comes up with all of these crazy ideas. And I don't think it was ever mentioned about him dabbling in magic in the earlier films. So I think that was kind of an interesting thing that they included in this. And it makes sense for the character of Willy Wonka. If you think of a lot of what he did in the previous movies, there's a lot of nods to things that are obviously somewhat magical. Calla Lane, I think is how you pronounce her name. Maybe it's Kayla, but she did a great job as Noodle, who is the one who teams up with Wonka, and she sort of gives him an intelligent sidekick to be integral in his success. And it was a great thing to see. I think she did a very wonderful job playing that part, along with the other characters who team up with Wonka to bring about the things that happen in the movie. But my favorite character was played by Keegan-Michael Key. He played the chief of police, who goes through a hilarious transformation throughout the film. And when you see it, you'll know just what I'm talking about. So is this movie safe for children? I would say absolutely. As far as any parental warnings would go, I would say there's a weird love relationship that goes on between two of the villains. Nothing is really seen, but it is a little romantic and kind of gets weird. Nothing inappropriate, just kind of strange. There's no bad language that I remember hearing, and all of the violence of the movie is very cartoonish. It was definitely less intense than either of the two previous Wonka movies, especially the boat ride scene with the Gene Wilder version, which was just bonkers. So is there a message? This is where a lot of movies hurt today. They're obviously trying to put out some kind of political or social message. So does Wonka have a message? I think so. There are references to the greedy mistreating the needy, but that's obviously not a new plot idea. Some might see this as an attempt to portray some sort of oppressor-oppressed narrative, but the villains, which make up the candy cartel, were more cartoonish than anything. The movie actually deals more with the importance of family and the idea of not giving up on your dreams, even in the face of adversity. So is there anything I didn't like? Well, the songs in this movie are definitely not as iconic as the ones from the Wilder film. The Candyman Can, I've Got a Golden Ticket, Come With Me. These are just great, timeless songs. Well, except for that one. And let me say this, I love musicals. My kids and I, we sing the songs from The Greatest Showman. We go around cleaning the house, doing things together, singing songs from movies all the time. So I love songs from movies. And so I'm a movie song guy. And I just think the songs in this one aren't as memorable to me. But you may have a different opinion. Mileage may vary. And if so, feel free to light me up in the comments. See, even the mic doesn't agree. So here's my last thoughts. Marvel got us all hooked on end credit scenes, and they've been the bane of theater cleaning crews ever since, as people no longer file out until the credits stop rolling. Well, if you get to the end and hope for an end credit scene, I will spoil this part for you. There's not one. Overall, I would say this was a fun and safe movie that can be enjoyed by the whole family. And if you're a fan of the old Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, I think you'll definitely love this movie. So check it out and then come back in the comments and let me know what you think. Also keep in mind I have a video entitled If Willy Wonka Characters Were Churches. So if you're a fan of Wonka, definitely go and check that one out as well. So have you seen the film? What did you think? Do you think Wilder or Depp was the better Willy Wonka? And would you have preferred that this movie leaned more on the Depp version than the Wilder version? Leave your answer in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed this movie review, let me know so that I'll know to do more in the future. Thank you for watching Your Calvinist Movie Reviews. I'm Keith Foskey, and as always, I've been your Calvinist. May God bless you.